Hello and welcome to my first Magic the Gathering Arena video. I used to play Magic the Gathering way back in the day in high school, early college, right around when Jund, Zendikar, Shards of Alara cards were standard. I haven't played since then, but since I've been playing Magic the Gathering Arena, I've been finding the new cards that they've been releasing are incredibly fun, and there's a lot of really fun janky decks to build and to play with and to torture your opponents with. So let's look at the deck that I'll be playing today. It's Raw Storm combo. So we got 4 ops for draw and getting our combo pieces, 4 shocks for small aggro rush control, 4 negates to protect our combo pieces and to disrupt the enemy's key cards that they might be casting, 3 search for Escanta, search for combo pieces and also combo with Wilderness Reclamation, 3 growth spiral, card draw, and more ramp because we're going to need a lot of mana for our combos. 4 Chemist's Insight, more draw to get our combo pieces, 3 Wilderness Reclamations. This surprisingly speeds up our combo a little bit more because we can start casting our combo at the end step instead of during a main phase or during the enemy's turn, which is really key in some situations. 4 Crackling Drakes, this is used for more card draw, and I found it surprisingly effective against aggro decks because of its 4 toughness, and you're going to be casting a lot of instants and sorceries early, so he's going to be coming out pretty big. 3 Raw Storm Conduits. This is one of our combo pieces. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Raw Storm Conduit deals 1 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. It also triggers whenever you copy a spell, instant or sorcery. And when we get to expansion and explosion, we can explain the combo. Rawl Is It Viceroy? This is really good for, I found it really good for search for our combo pieces. Mid-game as well as the -3 is really good for removing big threats the enemy might be playing. 1 Niv-Mizzet Perun. I found it a really fun card to stick into this kind of deck. It makes you go off a little bit faster, you can start dealing annoying bits of damage to the opponent, and it can't be countered, so against control decks it's actually surprisingly effective. I might put more than 1 in here, but I don't have any rare wild cards to put another 1 in here right now. And I don't even know what I would take out for it. 1 Banefire, uncounterable removal for annoying threats. I found this card really useful against cards like Teferi. 4 Expansion Explosions. This is one of the meat of our deck. It's one of the combo pieces. Expansion, copy target instant or sorcery spell with converted mana cost 4 or less. You choose new targets. If you play any of these multitude of 4 casting cost cards or less and then copy it, and then play a second expansion and copy the first expansion, you can create an infinite cycle in which you keep putting cards onto the stack, and if you have Raw Storm Conduit out, you just keep dealing 1 damage to an opponent. It's an infinite combo, and you can kill anybody with it, no matter how much HP they have. Hopefully we don't run into any opponents that are running life gain, so it takes forever to go off on them. Usually people, once they start realizing what's going on, they just concede in the middle of my combo, but let's see if we can also find anybody that sits through the entire combo. Okay, let's get started. We're going to go into ranked. I'm actually not ranked that highly yet, but hopefully, I'm bronze right now. Hopefully we can start climbing the ladder pretty fast with this deck. It seems surprisingly effective in this meta. Maybe not against red deck wins, but I still have won a couple games with red deck. So let's see, we got Opt, turn 1, negate to counter stuff, and Chemisters was one of our combo pieces with 3 lands. Let's keep this. Let's see, mono black? Yeah, mono black, maybe. Haven't seen this card used yet. Let's go island so that we can cast Opt on their turn. is the enemy going to do? Play a land tapped. Return cards, that's interesting. Gonna hit me for 1. This is negligible damage. Let's go ahead and opt. Stun. That's gonna be useful, getting a green mana source for our growth spirals and wilderness reclamations. Let's just play silver flats and pass. We can negate something if we see an early threat. Other than that, we're probably just gonna... Oh, that's not good. Well, if we don't kill any of the creatures, then it won't be that annoying. But he might be able to kill his own creatures. We have Crackling Drake next turn, or Chemister's Insight. It's probably going to be Stomping Ground pass. Yeah, with how surprisingly easy this combo is to get off, I'm surprised that there hasn't been a lot of talk about it. Let's see, we can go Crackling Drake, or we can just play Raw right now. If he has a Vroskas, then our Raw is just going to get annihilated early, especially since we don't have enough mana to protect him with the gate. So I'm probably going to go Crackling Drake to stop the aggro, as well as draw a card. Ooh, so we already got all of our combo pieces necessary. Surprisingly easy to set up, we just need to make sure we can control the opponent long enough to get our combo out. Let's see if we can do it. What are you going to play? You want the... Oh, I can't even block with this creature. But that's fine, 1 damage is fine. Ooh, no land drop. That means we have surprisingly good tempo. I want to play a Raw with protection in case he draws another land in Vraska. So let's go Mountain Pass and then play Chemisters at their end step. We also have enough mana for a shock. Maybe get rid of this Midnight Reaper if he plays anything threatening. Is he just gonna attack with the Menace again? Yeah, that's fine. Blocks, each blocking creature gets one. Okay, I'm just gonna shock Midnight Reaper right now. Get that out. Good thing about Chemisters is you can play it from the graveyard to activate your combo too. Actually, maybe I should have played Shock during end step just in case they just drew a land that they could play, because obviously they're behind on lands. Oh, well, he had that land in his hand because that draw card went over here. Chemisters. Okay, now we got 3 expansions. That's actually kind of useful because this card is useful in other situations as well. Can he kill the Raw? No. Let's just play Raw and Scry.
I'm gonna hover over you like a dark cloud.
We're gonna try and look for a combo starter.
I know exactly what to do.
It's not a combo starter. Do I want to attack? Why not? Okay, now if he has a Vroskas, we can protect our Raw with Negate. We want to keep our Brawl as healthy as possible. 3 damage isn't going to kill him, and we just need him for his passive ability. Nothing else matters from Brawl except for his passive ability. If we can make 2 more turns and we get nothing from our deck, we can just play these 2 lands and have enough mana to Chemisters and then go off there. Let's see what the enemy does. I might just negate something for the heck of it, for dominance purposes. Whenever he's tapped out for that, and I can negate it, so I'm just gonna negate it. face. See, I need 4 mana to go off, plus I have 6, so I need a 3 costing card or less. Oh, I got shock. GG. So let's shock him in the face, raw the face, expansion, shock, the face, expansion again. Target the first expansion. It only works if you ever target the first expansion. Roll the face, roll. Target the first expansion. Target the face. Let's see how much how long it takes for him to realize what's going on here. One thing I will say is this combo in this game is a little bit annoying to go through all these steps, unless they just concede after they realize what's going on. I don't know if he realizes that he's dead yet, but this guy is super dead. Just 4 more copies of the win. Yep, he conceded before the combo finished. Just like most games where we pull it off. Well, we're bronze rank 3 now, which is nice. Let's see what other kind of trouble we can get into with this deck. The goal is to just control your opponent until you draw the cards necessary to go off. You only need 3 cards. Ooh, 3 ops in the opening hands. And a search for a Skanta. That's it's kind of I guess, because we have nothing to defend against aggro. We want a Crackling Drake for aggro. But we do have a shock in case he pulls out any annoying cards. Like this. This is a shock target. Do I go Hinterland, tap, pass, so I can op next turn, or do I play a mountain so I can shock something? Runaway Steamkin. If he plays it next turn, I'm not entirely sure that he can get out of shock range before I can shock it, so let's just play Hinterland Barber tapped. Plus, we'll only be taking 1 damage. Yep, attacking Lava Runner. Ooh, no turn 2 play. That's nice. It's always nice to get lands too. I consider going search here, but against an aggro deck it's kind of too slow of a play. We want to opt and shock his threats. Is that it, enemy Coon? Yeah, I'll just shock it right now. Maybe this is a misplay, because he could play something like phase 2. But I have a bunch of ops that I can play. And the next turn, I don't have 2 blue mana sources, so I can play search and op still. That's not that threatening. It's kind of a combo piece. We only got 3 lands. We are going to be drawing, so the next card might be a land. I'm going to keep raw. Chemisters, not bad. He's kind of playing a little bit slow, so I'm going to do a greedy search for a Skanta. This might come back to bite us in the ass, but we'll see. But over the next couple of turns, we should be getting mad value out of that card. Plus, we still have 2 ops to both mana fix and search for our combos. Ooh, 2 of those. That's another blue source. That's good. Do I roll now? What is this? To each opponent. So he can't target Raw with that ability. maybe end step chemisters. We can negate a spell and opt too. So if he plays a instant or sorcery spell, I can just negate it and prevent the 4 damage, which is going to be key. That's not an instant or sorcery, so I'm going to let that go. He doesn't play an instant or sorcery, I'm just going to chemisters. Mono red decks is probably going to be the most annoying deck to play against with this kind of deck. It's just a little bit too slow. That's kind of nice. Another Raw. Let's put it in the graveyard just so we can get our Search for a Skeleton off faster. Couple options here. We really just need to get a Crackling Drake to block their aggro. That's kind of necessary right now, and we have 3 instants or sorcery. It would be a 3/4, which is good enough. Gonna swing in for 5, but we got 8. That's kind of sketchy. So you're gonna play an instant or sorcery, or just play more creatures? Come on, red deck player. You're playing mono red. It doesn't take that much brain power to manage. I'm really hoping for a Crackling Drake, probably, or Rawl. That's bad. That's really bad. We are dead next turn, unless we can get a Crackling Drake. And even then, if he plays an instant or sorcery, then oh, we might have enough mana to negate it. Come on, Crackling Drake. Nope. Well, we lost. 100% lost. There we go. If he doesn't have an instant or sorcery, this might be able to let us live for one more turn. But we'll see. Chances are he has an instant or sorcery. 4 shocks, 4 lightning strikes in red deck usually. Yep. Well, it happens. He just drew everything he needed, and I didn't draw my answers. But even if I did draw a Crackling Drake earlier, he might have been able to Lava Coil it anyway. So that was probably a 100% loss anyway. But I refuse to play mono red, because it's such a dumb deck and it's so easy to win with. I'd rather play something more fun like Raw Storm. Let's see what kind of deck you have numbers. Ooh, turn 2 search. Turn and have shock value. Jock pressure. This is a good hand. You can just draw one more red mana source. We have it probably in the bag. Ooh, he might be running a Raw Storm too. Nope, he's playing Merfolk aggro, it seems. We have 2 shock. Let's just burn a shock here? Nah. Although Merfolks put plus Niv, that's really good. Merfolks put +1/+1 counters on shit, so maybe I might want to shock sooner just in case his creature gets out of shock range. Let's go for Search for Ascanta because I'm thinking his deck is slow enough to be able to play it. Plus the only alternative is just keeping the land open for shock, which might not even be necessary. And if his creatures get too big, this is going to be really useful. What does this do? Beginning of combating your turn for each our equipment attached, create a 3. Okay, that's going to get shocked. 100%. 1 damage is negligible. Let's just. We really need more lands, and I'm not entirely sure negate is going to be useful because it looks like his deck is creature heavy. Another search for a Escanta. That's not useful. Do we want to shock now just so that his ability? Well, we could react to an aura enchantment with shock, so let's just pass. We're really hoping for another red source here so we can play a Crackling Drake. Getting to Nib would be really fun too. Ooh, let's shock right now so that he can't permanently shock with that card. Two mana left. Let's see what Enemy Coon does. Ooh, okay. That is exactly what we need. Let's hope he doesn't have a counter spell. Nope, he doesn't. There's one of our pieces. If we get another land, I'm just gonna roll Viceroy. Ooh, that's... What to do about that? I can't really shock that anymore because of this shit. How much cards in our graveyard? 2. Let's keep this open. Crackling Drake isn't really used for offense, so I kind of like to keep him back in case of any aggro strategies that the enemy might have. Unless it's like a clear, easy, free attack. I wonder if he can tap out, then he won't have the mana. Do I just shock this now? He doesn't get extra attack for having that. So even if he does attack with it, then I can still block with Crackling. So let's just shock this now. Get it out of the way so that I can target stuff on his side of the field in the future. Okay, so he just spent mana for no reason, I guess. That's an easy block. Good thing this has 4 toughness, otherwise that would have hit me for 3. Yeah, it's more deck thinning. Let's play this raw so we can scry
Every
spiral
problem has a
land.
solution. You like the gauntlets?
That's good.
Built them myself.
Spiral, draw the land and play it. Hit him in the face with brawl. He should be thoroughly scared for his life now. As soon as I get one more blue, I can start playing Niv. Ooh, that's not good. But if he attacks, I can still kill it with my Crackling Drake. Block one of those.
I remember. Pain hurts.
Playing a Niv would be good here, just so that we can have 2 blockers for his shit. Yes, just what we needed. We're gonna get Escanta soon too, which just makes it easier for us to search for our combo pieces. Spray.
Danger only makes field
Do
research
we
more
need more
interesting.
land? Next turn I might go Izzet, Viceroy, and keep searching for my... Yeah, right now we're just looking for expansions. And keeping Rawl alive. Hopefully he doesn't have any more R's to play on that bastard. If he plays one more R, we might be screwed. Let's give him this hexproof. Oh, this thing. Maybe it would be worthwhile to put enchantment removal into this deck. But I'm not really sure if I can create the space for it. Oof. Well, I can ping this for 1, which would be useful. Banefire, you say? So we can Banefire for 0 and then copy it with expansions. Do I sack the Niv just to make sure this dies? Or do I keep Rawl alive and take 5? Yeah, we can take 5 and keep Rawl alive.
You won fair and square.
Oh, he attacked Rawl, not... Okay, well he's tapped out. I can deal 5 damage. And this is going to transform no matter what. Yeah, here's one of our combo pieces. Let's see. 3, 6 plus 5 is 11. Does he have a negate? You better not have a fucking negate. That would be so annoying.
Beat me. Just try it.
Let's see what we got on the top. We have 2 more rolls to get to.
Let's see what we got.
That's gonna be useful. Let's see, I think I want to keep the Niv back for blocking. Let's go to our end step and do some search for Escantas shenanigans with Wilderness Reclamation. Dang, we don't get another Crackling Drake. We can definitely negate any R that he plays. but then we wouldn't be able to opt. It's probably the best decision here. Yeah, let's do that. That's fine. The fuck? Oh, it's legendary. That's right. Herder, he just wasted mana. Okay. And now he doesn't have... Maybe the play is to block this shit now. Brawl is gonna probably die anyway. But if he attacks with this shit, I can kill it. And he won't have any more threats. Okay. Looks like he's a little bit intelligent. Oh, okay. So he's gonna be... opt. The idea is to ping these things for 2, then block here. I can clear his board. Okay. My ability will go on the stack after his, so I think I can still target this and ping it to death. And now I'm going to draw and deal 1 damage to that again. Do we need another? Nah, we don't need lands. We need Brawl and another expansion. Boom. He's trying the same thing again. What is he doing? Okay. I'm just going to take this to the face, actually. Okay, what can we do? Let's search.
Choose wisely, because the other one's going bye-bye.
This is going to be useful. Yeah, we want more blue mana sources. It's Crackling Drake. Probably Chemisters over Search, just so we can deal 2 more damage to his face. Ooh, we got 2 expansions now. Now we're just looking for another roll. Okay, let's attack with that. We pretty much got this in the bag. He has no cards in hand. I can just keep dealing damage to him over time. Let's get rid of this. This. That. Damn, I forgot to set that stop earlier. This is fine. Yeah, he conceded. He knew he was going to lose soon anyway. Yeah, Niv is almost as strong as a win condition as the Raw Storm combo is, just by the fact that you can just start casting spells like crazy. Not bad, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to ever use this card. Yeah, maybe 2 Nivs is the way to go, but having a high mana curve like that, 6 mana, in a combo deck that focuses on 4 mana cost and 2 mana cost cards, maybe not the best idea, but I can definitely try and put one in and see what happens. Two lands and a search for a Skanta. This probably is okay against aggro. Let's see what happens. I might lose the game right out of the gate by keeping that hand, but we'll see. Yeah, have shock pressure. KC plays something annoying. That counts as annoying. Maybe if I can shock this, I can get tempo enough to cast Cackling Drake. Then won't have to worry about his annoying creatures anymore. Definitely search for a Skanta here. Search for a Skanta is also good for putting instants and sorceries into the graveyard in case we want more power on the Crackling Drake. So I have two options. I can opt on his turn, or I can Banefire the Knight. It's highly unlikely I'll be able to cast the Crackling Drake next turn unless I get another red mana source. So playing against his aggro is probably the better idea. Then we'll only take 4 damage from that unless he casts another night creature. Let's hope we get a red mana source this next turn. It's not a night, so that's good. Graveyard. We don't need that right now. We definitely don't need that. Well, at least the Banefire prevented 4 more extra damage we would have taken. We're only going to take 7 here. Unless he casts a creature with haste miraculously in a mono white deck. Yeah, so we're going to take 9. Oof. See, now that's probably going to start getting past my Crackling Drake now. This is not looking good, actually. Really like you, Raw, but we don't need you right now. Until end of turn. How is this a 4/3? Oh. Durr. It wasn't my turn yet. We really need another red mana source. Oh, thanks, game. For giving me mini cards that I need. Okay. Could probably live a little bit longer if I shock his knight. This is going to be a tricky spot to get out of. Sacrifice. If you do create a white avatar, whenever spell causes you to discard. Okay. I'm just going to shock in response so that he can't make an angel. Or an avatar. I can live for at least a couple more turns with this current board. Ooh, yes, please. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can play Raw and remove his Cleric. Which is going to be nice. For the next turn we can
Ooh, a battle. Like a bolt out of the blue.
He's probably going to make an avatar so they can put me down to 2. Which means I might want to play my other Raw and kill that too. Depending on what he plays. There might not be a way out of this actually. If he puts me down to 2. Oh yeah, that's game right there. Well, I felt like we played as best as we could. We almost had it. If we drew a red mana source one turn earlier, we might have been able to wrestle it from him. But that should happen sometimes. Maybe a green mana source earlier so we can grow Spiral and get to the red source faster too. It's actually not a bad hand. Maybe I should have mulliganed that last game as well. Yeah, getting a red mana source. Okay. Can opt on his turn. Let's see, negate. He's playing black-red, probably aggro, probably playing creatures, so let's not take another negate. Should we reveal that we're playing green yet? Nah, let's just play Mountain. Pass. We have negate and opt we can play. Gain control of target creature with power. Okay. That's not going to be useful for him. Let's opt again. Yeah, let's just collect our combo pieces right now, because it seems like he's kind of playing a little bit slow in the hand. Kind of have to play land pass. That's fine. He's not going to be able to deal damage to me fast enough to do anything remotely threatening. We want 2 red mana sources in case we get a Crackling Drake, so let's play Down Crag. We want to play Rawl now. If we get land and another expansion from Chemister's Insight, we win. So yes, let's play Rawl now.
Today's forecast is cloudy.
Plus I don't think he can kill it, unless he has
It all built
Velocity.
up to this.
That's fine. Down to
You're
3
good.
plus
Not as
2.
good as me,
He's
but-
gonna have 5, just out of kill range still. We're looking
You ever
for our
wonder why
second
hurricanes don't
expansion
have
now.
kill eyes?
Probably Growth Spiral. Can we play Niv? Nah, we can't. Niv would be really good right here too. There's another Raw Storm card, so we can let this one die actually. We have enough mana for Chemisters too. So we have enough for Niv next turn as well. Might want to do that. Maybe even hold the Chem. Oh, but we can play it from a graveyard and discard negate because it looks like he's not playing any non-creature spells. I'm gonna put him down to 1. That's fine.
Come on, breathe through it.
Okay, so his thing is a bunch of just captivating my creature. And I don't have much creatures to control. I'm just gonna Chemisters. Okay, so there's a bunch of options we can do here. Let me think. Niv, probably an okay play. I can shock this thing. I think I want to go Niv. Yeah, I can Scry. really looking
I'm
for
really
other
into current
expansion.
affairs.
Shock is
Get it?
might be useful
Because
too,
current
because we can get draw
electricity?
off Niv,
Never mind.
and we can double shock this 4-3 right here, which might become threatening later. You won't have lethal if he gains control of my Niv. Yeah, until end of turn. This is fine. If he can't kill me this turn, we pretty much win. Yeah, he's gonna try and kill off the Raw, and then swing face for 7, looks like.
Not what I expected. That's why it's
That's
called a
fine.
theory.
We just really need another expansion, and we win. Ooh. That wasn't cool. Let's see, we can search for Escanta and start building our combo pieces again, and then still double shock this bastard. We're still not in lethal range. We have a negate open too. Yeah, let's just double shock that guy. If he doesn't play a spell, I can also grow spiral. Okay, I'm gonna negate that just so these don't get any card advantage from that. This transforms regardless. Probably don't need land at this point. There's our second expansion. We just go raw? Probably. There's not much else we can do here. You probably can't kill it either, especially if we +2.
You ready to go toe-to-toe with me? You must be accompanied by a parent or guardian to ride the lightning.
And the next turn, we have enough mana to win. With Grow Spiral. If he can deal 6 damage to Raw, he just needs 2 more. I do have a negate open too. Ooh, he tapped out for that, definitely negating. And now we definitely win. Absolutely no way we lose this. see if he will concede before he figures out, when he figures out what's going on. I can just keep doing this forever, buddy. How long are you gonna sit there before you realize I could just kill you right here? Now, overall, this deck is actually pretty fun. It's pretty janky, which I love. I always love me a good jank deck that is actually somewhat effective. And the combo is pretty cheap to get off too. Does he realize that it's infinite? Or is he gonna just let me kill him with it? I don't think I've killed it actually with this combo yet. They've always conceded before it. How many games was that? Let's see, 50 minutes so far. I think I'm going to call it there. This video is probably going to turn out long enough as it is. Hopefully it was entertaining for you. I look to make more videos like this in the future, to climb the ladder and whatnot, make fun decks to play with, and just kind of derp around with jank and stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching.